on the Fairy Tale Network. Real talk with fairy tale legends. Talk's real. People are fictional. The stories aren't. Well, that's for you to decide. And now, your host who needs no introduction, introducing the one and only Heidi Verbally.
Thank you so much. You're in for an extra special treat today as we explore the tale of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. As always, our band of fairy tale players will provide a live reenactment as we get the dirt directly from the source. Now our guest today will be none other than the Seven Dwarfs themselves. That's right, and in no particular order: Rowdy, Howdy, Wordy, Nerdy, Weepy, Creepy, and Bob. Now I must warn you up front, each of these dwarfs tells the story a little bit differently. One is a bit poetic, while another's a bit country, another's a bit rock and roll, and along with the rest of them. But I just know you're gonna love them. So please help me welcome our first guest. This first dwarf is a self-professed poet and lover of literature. Please welcome Wordy to the stage. Show, and thanks for joining us.
No, I pray you do not speak of your thanks to me, for it is I who should be thanking you.
So you're a poet, are you?
You speak the truth, for without poetry, I neither have wit, nor words, nor worth, nor the power of speech to stir man's blood.
Okay. So tell us, how does the story begin?
'Twas deep upon one midwinter's eve, when our story first beginneth, the noble queen was with child.
Oh, my gracious, what pain is this that tortures my bones? A chair, my kingdom for a chair.
The queen took up her place by the window to sew, while watching the softly falling snow.
Hark, how soft and gentle snowflakes that fall upon the windowsill.
No. You're telling her wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rowdy to the stage. Thank you, Rowdy. Now tell us, how was Wordy's version of the story wrong?
The snow, man, it was midwinter. This wasn't some sleepy, peaceful snowfall. No, this was a crazy blizzard. It was epic. We're talking major apocalyptic snow.
Whoa, would you look at snow out there? I've never seen that much snow in like all of forever. It's a total snow apocalypse.
Now we're talking.
That's pretty cool.
That's because you heard it from me. Rowdy, the dwarf who rocks. Woo, 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 woo.
As I was saying, the queen took up her place by the window to sew, while pondering what name that should be given to her unborn child. The child she just knew would grow up to be the next queen and the fairest beauty in the land.
Hippolyta, Bianca, Juliet?
No. She had to be thinking of better names than that. This girl was about to be a major rock star, for crying out loud.
A rock star. Like granite, marble, quartz?
But she promptly tired of thinking of such bohemian monikers.
Oh, what's in the name that we should call Rose by any name that sounded sweet?
She looked up from her sewing out the window at the softly falling,
Heavily falling
snow. And as she looked away from her sewing, she pricked her finger upon her needle.
Oh my.
and there was blood everywhere.
Oh my. Someone, anyone, please help me.
No, 'twas but a single drop of her mother's blood that fell upon the snow.
Oh my.
And as she looked at the dark red drop of blood juxtaposed against the pure white snow, she at last knew what her unborn child name would be.
Snow White.
Lovely, simply lovely. Now I'm just told we're running a little bit short on time. Sorry, no pun intended. So we must be moving along. Now this next dwarf is a very intellectual, matter-of-fact dwarf that tells it how it is. Please welcome Nerdy to the stage.
That's me. back to me early and equivalently. Boring. Excuse me? Come on, admit it. You're boring. You focus on the actual facts too much. Every story can't be a documentary or a reality TV show, you know.
So if I were to prefer reality over fiction, it's like she said, I just like to tell what actually happened. Nothing but the facts here.
Whatever.
And the romantic, passionate, and sometimes dramatic dwarf Weepy. Are you okay?
No, I'm sorry, but what may I ask is the matter?
Oh, she hates this part of the story.
For she is blessed with a heart 2 times too big. She is so full of heart that she weeps at the slightest wrongs and leaps at the simplest joys.
I see. So tell us, why do you hate this part of the story so much?
It's just so sad. Snow White was finally born, but her mother tragically died in childbirth. I know, right? There was Snow White's father, so happy at the birth of his child.
Sweet child.
But yet, at the same time, he was grieved beyond the worst of all griefs, because the love of his life had died in childbirth.
My dear wife.
There he was, torn between sheer joy and utter sadness. Joy, sadness. And little Snow White would have to grow up without the mother that she would have loved dearly and did love dearly for all of her life, even though she never knew her. There they were, both so sad.
The king remarried.
But he married the most foulest, awfulest, wickedest woman who ever walked the earth. And little Snow White, who's just the fairest and kindest soul, would have to grow up with this vile woman as her stepmother. Oh, it's just so sad.
However, it's not all that sad. As a matter of fact, it's not that sad at all.
How so? What made Snow White's upbringing less tragic?
I know! She grew up to be beautiful.
That's right.
She was beautiful, ever so beautiful, as a shooting star blazing bright across the midnight sky, as beautiful as a rainbow that beams upon the horizon after an afternoon rainstorm, as beautiful as a newborn sun that melts frost on the first day of spring, as beautiful as
Okay, we get it. She's beautiful. So go on, tell us, what was that like?
What was that like? Not much at first. It was more what it became, I guess.
You mean a rivalry was born?
Oh yes, a rivalry. Oh, a rivalry it was indeed.
So what was that like? Can you tell us?
It's a very good question. Very good. If I was pressed to say, well, it's very much like a beauty pageant.
And here they are, your finalists for Ms. Fairest of them all, Snow White, and the diabolically evil wicked queen. And don't you forget it. Now, in this final round, we will be asking both of our lovely finalists the same single question. Snow White, we will begin with you. You're clearly very beautiful, beautiful beyond words even. So fair and kind are you that no one else compares. Now, Snow White, your question. if you could give up your beauty for anything at all, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy. If I could exchange my beauty for anything, I would trade it for world peace.
All right, she had her turn. Now it's my turn. What's my question?
As I mentioned, I will be asking you both the same question. So, Evil Queen, if you could give up your beauty for anything at all, what would it be?
My beauty?
Yes, if you could even call it that.
But what would I give it up for?
Yes, anything at all.
But that's an impossible question. Why would I?
5 seconds.
I would give it up for
2 seconds. And time.
ultimate power.
I'm sorry, your time has expired. And that completes our final round for Miss Fairest of them all. Now, while we wait for the judges to tally our scores. Oh, the scores have already been tallied. Boy, that was quick. Now, please welcome to the stage, the Magic Mirror. Now, without further ado, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
Snow White is the fairest by far. Thank you, thank you, thank you all.
Doesn't seem like it was much of a contest. It wasn't that the queen was so consumed with her own beauty that she refused to let anyone steal her crown. So what happened next?
Oh, you just have to get you-know-who out here to tell the next part. She tells this part of the story so well.
Very well. Now this next dwarf is a bit of a mystery. She chooses to remain anonymous. So, to her request, we have concealed her identity. Please welcome to the stage, Creepy! So, as we've just been told, Snow White is the fairest of them all. What happens next?
Well, Heidi, the night was just like almost any other night when evil is afoot. What I mean to say is, it was a dark and stormy night.
No. Weren't you listening? It was dark and stormy.
Blow, winds, crack your cheeks, rage, blow, you cataracts and hurricanes, spout, tell you how drenched our steeples, and drown with cocks. You sulphurous and thought-executing fires, vaunt couriers of oak-cleaving thunderbolts, singe my white head, and thou, all shaking thunder, might flap the rotundity of the world. All Germans still at once, that making grateful man.
Yeah. What's she said?
As I was saying, it was a dark and stormy night, and the evil queen had murderous plans.
How dare she? What right has she to win my crown and steal my thunder? No one is fairer than I. No one. And for her trespasses upon my claim as the fairest in the land, that little wretch shall pay. Oh yes, she shall pay dearly.
And so the evil queen hatched an evil plot and called upon the skills of the most skilled assassin in all the kingdom.
Come hither, hunter.
Yes, my queen, and the name's not Hunt. It's Huntsman. James Huntsman. The Huntsman was famous and feared throughout the kingdom for his very particular set of skills.
Skills that he acquired over a very long career. Skills that made him a nightmare for the enemies of the kingdom. And the queen knew when it came to robbing her enemies, there was no one better. So she conquered the huntsman and welcomed him into the family, so to speak.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
What does Her Highness desire?
I'm in need of your services. I need you to bring me the heart of a foul creature.
Now that I can do. There's neither man nor monster in this forest that can escape.
So I'm told. Are you loyal to me, huntsman? Will you bring me the heart of the creature upon my request?
I will. I give you my song back. Name the creature and I will bring you its heart, my queen.
Snow White.
The princess?
The princess.
But
Do you protest?
no, my lord, I would never. But the princess...
Yes, the princess. You give me your vow, huntsman, promising to bring me her heart. And you, of all my servants, are smart enough to know the consequences of rescinding a vow given to the queen?
Yes, your majesty, I will do as I promised.
Doesn't seem like the huntsman had much of a choice.
True. The queen tricked him into a vow he didn't realize he was making.
And one that he didn't have the heart to carry out.
Interesting. Now I want to hear more about this, but we're going to need to take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors. When we come back, you'll hear more from Wordy, Nerdy, Weepy, Creepy, and Rowdy, along with our final two dwarves who will tell their side of this tale. More to come after these brief messages.
And I'm Gretel.
Have you ever found yourself in the forest with a dimly lit moon?
Have you ever been led down a path and then suddenly alone?
Have you ever had to make a choice between feeding yourself or risk losing trail to the birds?
Have you ever been tempted by candy and sweets, like a lot of candy and sweets?
If you have and have lived to tell about it, we have something to show you.
Or if these things have never happened, you better be prepared. You never know.
What we have here is a state-of-the-art navigation tool that you need to own. The Gretel Positioning System, or GPS for short.
The Gretel Positioning System, named after me, of course, can help you find your way home no matter how hard someone tries to lose you.
The GPS also alerts you in areas to avoid, such as seemingly harmless gingerbread houses.
It has a variety of settings, such as a code of calling birds that'll direct you in case someone is in the woods watching you.
Or just utilize a map view that said jump car.
Visit our website at the bottom of your screen or call 800-SWORD-GRETEL for more information.
Don't take chances.
And don't take mysterious walks in the woods with your family without your own Gretel Positioning System.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Fairy Tale Legends. Joining us now, we have... Oh my word, there's so many of you. Which one are you again?
Wait for it. No, there it is. I knew it. This woman never misses a chance to tell a knock-knock joke.
Who's there?
Bob!
Oh, that's right. I knew you were Howdy.
No, you're supposed to say...
Oh, right. Bob who?
That's my name. Don't worry about it.
You're Bob, the goofy one, right?
I know you are, but what am I?
Please, enough with the silliness. Are you or are you not Bob?
To be or not to be.
Very well, Bob it is. So, Bob, the Princess Snow White and the Huntsman. When we last left our tale, he was about to kill her, wasn't he?
Kill her? Yeah. He didn't even know her. And what's more, he could barely even get her out of the castle. Look, here's how it all went down. Is this thing on?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
So I just learned from New York, you know, and my arms are so tired. Anyone? Anyone? Is this thing on? So as I'm standing there waiting for a cab, I see a princess talking to a husband, and he says to her, "Yo, darling, you want to go for a walk with me?"
Sure, where are we going?
Under there.
Where?
Under there.
What?
Under there.
Under where? Whoa. I don't get it.
He wanted to take her for a walk.
Yes, I know, I got that much, but where was he taking her?
Under there.
Under what?
No, you gotta tell him once, and that's more than enough.
He wanted to take her into the dark and mysterious forest.
Come along, force waits. But the princess remained cautious. After all, she had seen enough horror flicks and monster movies to know that going to a dark and mysterious forest was a very bad idea.
I can't. I mean, I really shouldn't. After all, such awful things can happen out there. Haven't you seen any of the scary movies lately?
No, I've been too busy hunting.
Haven't seen the Big Bad Wolfman?
No,
Once Upon a Nightmare on Elm Street?
no,
The Texas Gingerbread Massacre? No. Not even The Bride of Rumpelstiltskin?
no. Look, there's nothing to be afraid of. I run in the woods all the time. But still, the huntsman didn't say much to ease the princess's fears.
But you never know what could be lurking out there. I mean, there could be lions and tigers, and there could be bears.
Oh my.
I know, it's practically full of dangerous beasts.
But finally, the brave huntsman realized what he had to do. He swept in and spoke to her genuinely, like a true hero, a man with sensitivity. Look, there are many beasts out there and many that should be feared, but you'll be with me. Anything out there, I can handle. Trust me, I'll keep you safe, princess. It was just what she needed to hear, to calm her fears and win her trust.
So you convinced her to go with him?
Yes, he did. Too bad he was leading her to her death. Oh, it's just so sad.
Oh my. Looks like we're going to need to take some time to compose ourselves here. While we do that, let's bring in our final dwarf. Please welcome to the stage a dwarf who's just a little bit country. Howdy!
Howdy, ma'am. Thank you kindly.
So as Weeping was just telling us, the huntsman was leading her away to her death.
Now hold your horses there, Opry. You ain't heard my part of this tale yet, so don't go making any assumptions just yet.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sure I know what you mean by that.
What I mean is she ain't done for just yet. But you're right about one thing. That there hunter was heading off into the wild blue beyond with Miss Snow White. But it weren't for no death sentence. Nah, it was more like two good-natured cowboys out there together on a trail on the old Ponderosa.
Boy, howdy. I tell you what, huntsman, I ain't ever felt so free in my life as I do right now.
I tried telling you, there ain't nothing to fear out in these here woods.
That's not what I meant. I mean, you're right. I was scared at first, but that's only 'cause I ain't ever been in the forest before.
The hunter was just plain shocked to hear he ain't never been in that woods before. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you ain't ever been in the woods?
First of all, I ain't ever been out of the castle.
No!
Now, you see, I've been cooped up in that
nothing to show for you, then I'm in a heap of trouble.
How they gonna know if you're doing your job or not?
Gotta bring your heart to the queen.
My heart? Well, that is just downright gruesome.
Sure is.
So you brought back the heart of something else. My stepmom ain't know a human heart from a monkey's uncle. You're a huntsman, ain't you? Well, go out there, find any beast you want, and bring that heart back.
Why didn't I think of that? I can just go out there, find a great beast, and tell the queen it was you. But what about you? You can't come back with me. What are you gonna do if you're all on your own?
Suppose I'll make it one way or another.
No, ma'am, I can't just leave you out here to fend for yourself. Won't be right.
No, you go on without me. I can handle it. You're for certain about it? I can guarantee it.
So the huntsman shared all his knowledge of that there forest and all the trials and tribulations that the princess might have to face it.
He told her about all the terrible beasts that lurk within the forest. The big, bad wolf. The terrible troll. And the ferocious lion.
He gave her his bow and showed her how to shoot it. And he gave her his hunting knife and showed her how to use it.
And he got some logs and tried to make a fire.
And he showed her how to be brave and fearless in face of the unknown.
I'm gonna puff.
And he taught her how to tell a killer knock-knock joke to free herself from danger.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Quick.
Quick who?
Quick, look over there.
And after teaching the princess all that he could, the huntsman and Snow White parted ways.
Thank you, kind sir, and goodbye.
Goodbye, my princess.
Parting is such sweet song.
Bravo! Bravo! Give it up for the fairy tale players, everyone! Now it's time for another break, but when we come back, Snow White will be all alone in the woods. Will she make it out alive, or will the treacherous beast find her first? Find out after these short messages.
Tired of those same old tired hairstyles that never work when you're really needing to look your best? Why fuss with all those other methods when you could have hair like this?
Hi, I'm Rapunzel. Now you may know me as a girl with amazing hair, but just like any girl, I have a few tricks up my sleeve that look this amazing.
Introducing Rapunzel's incredible hair extension.
Just one simple clicky down, hair worthy of a princess.
Now you can really let my hair down.
Our flame isn't what you're looking for. Try my Cinderella's Blingerella line for your blink and sparkle hair needs.
Oh, my inner princess is shown for all to see.
you can be the belle of your own ball. Just remember to mind your curfew.
So go ahead, girls, let your hair down.
Or trade your ponytail workwear and for a tiara.
Write your own fairy tales.
With our amazing products.
You can find Rapunzel's incredible hair extensions and Cinderella's Blingerella products at 1-800-WOW-HAIR or at your local mall. But don't wait, supplies are limited.
Snow White all alone in the woods. Is that right?
Yes, she was all alone with no one to protect her in the dark and mysterious forest.
But wait, you're forgetting my favorite part of the story. One of the most awesome parts of her tale. The hunting part.
The part when he's all heroic.
He went full-on warrior action hero.
See, Hardin, the huntsman had to slay a great beast and bring its heart back to the queen. So he ventured far and wide until he came upon a great stag.
No, it wasn't a stag.
How would you know?
That the huntsman went out into the wild to slay a great beast, not some old stag.
But it could have been any great beast.
Blah, blah, blah. It wasn't just any old beast. It was a great beast. That's the way I heard. Right from Snow White's lips.
Roddy is right. It was a great beast. So there, the huntsman was all alone when out came a boogeyman! It was like a nightmare!
No, it wasn't a boogeyman either. I'm telling you, the huntsman went off into the wild to slay a great beast.
You mean like a screaming banshee?
Perhaps it was some mythical creature, like a cyclops from the ancient stories of yore.
No, that's too poetic.
Well, it was epic. I thought that you, of all the dwarves, might be into epic poetry.
I like epic, but not poetry. And it wasn't a cyclops.
I know. It was a giant T-Rex. T-Rex with tiny arms. T-Rex with tiny arms that was angry because it couldn't scratch an itch from his chin.
No, that's too silly.
Well, what was it then?
The great beast was none other than the great and powerful Sasquatch.
Ooh, Sasquatch! Now there's a mysterious monster story I can get behind.
No, it wasn't a Sasquatch either.
The Jersey Devil?
No,
El Chupacabra?
no,
Nessie!
no. Nessie. Really? Get with the program, people. This is a fairy tale after all. The great beast was much worse than Nessie, T-Rex, El Chupacabra, Sasquatch, all of those combined. This was none other than the great and legendary Swamp Ogre.
So what happened next?
Naturally, the brave and strong husband being brave, strong, and awesome challenged the great beast.
Many experts agree, Hardin, that this was the fight of the century.
And they fought. And here they are.
in this corner, the featherweight champion of the world, Huntsman. And in this corner, the monsterweight champion of the world, the ferocious Swamp Ogre. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
And they fought for what seemed like days. This was one for the ages. This was Tyson versus Foley. This was Patton versus Rom. This was Yankees versus Red Sox. This was
Sherlock versus Moriarty. Sherlock. Okay. So it means a blast, Professor.
So it would seem. What happened next?
And a match. The next thing to happen will be me taking you to the Queen.
The Hatfields versus the McCoys. The Hatfields versus the McCoys.
Get off my land, you rat scoundrel!
This is my land, forever yours, you yoga coward.
Grant versus Robert E. Lee. I propose to fight out on this line if it takes all summer.
Rebel yell. Ah!
Macbeth versus Macduff.
Teeth hast thou in thy head, when thou wast born to signify thou camest to fight the world.
Aye, but the food is such it hath been forged upon by thick long.
You juggler! You canker blossom!
Away, you moldy rogue! Away!
To laugh myself to death at this puffy-headed monster!
Then yield, beast coward!
I will not yield! Lay on, Macduff!
Punch versus Judy. We're talking the most epic matchup of all time. Finally, the huntsman gained the upper hand, taking control of the ogre with the dreaded half Nelson. And then, knowing he couldn't let up against such a great opponent, the huntsman pulled out all the stops, turning his half Nelson into a full-on full Nelson on that big bad ogre.
Then what happened?
Well, the huntsman, having gained an advantage, did what huntsmen do best. He took that ogre by the...
Oh, no! Not in front of the kids!
Right? Let's just say he fulfilled his pact with the Queen and leave it at that.
Very well. Stay tuned when we come back. Snow White meets the Seven Dwarfs. In the meantime, here's another word from our sponsors.
Smell that? I smell pie. Jack Pointer, you stay away from that pie. But Mom, it smells so good. Excuse me, folks, but my son just loves my homemade pies. He can't keep his thumbs out of them. That's right. If you have a sweet tooth and only one slice of homemade pie will do, I know just the place. Jack knows a good pie when he sees one, and he has seen several tonight that you can take home with you.
So check out the ACH Pie Shop and they'll love fine pies there.
Highest biz gets the goods, so don't be a bit shy.
I promise you, I haven't stuck my thumb in even welder.
Go to the HHE Pie Shop during intermission and get your own. All proceeds benefit the scholarship fund to help those sweet homeschool graduates with college. So check them out. You won't be disappointed. Now, Mom, just one bite, please.
Now, we haven't even touched on my part of the story, but the dwarves got a little hungry after that epic battle, and they thought you might be too. So we'll be taking a short intermission, so for those of you who are hungry, you can get a bite to eat, and then we will continue with our program. But before we begin, I want to make sure that you get to bid on your pie, because this is your very last chance to do so. We don't want you to miss out on any of those pies.
The dark and mysterious woods.
Right, the dark and mysterious woods. So, how did you all end up meeting her?
Simple, really. As she wandered through the woods.
The dark and mysterious woods.
As she wandered through the dark and mysterious woods, she came upon her cottage.
And what? That's how you all met?
No, not actually. We were not home at the time, so her thinking the cottage was abandoned, let herself in.
Oh, I've heard this story before. Now stop me if I'm wrong, but this is how I heard it. She broke into your house, ate all of your food, broke all of your chairs, slept in all of your beds, and when she awoke, there were 3 angry bears standing over her. And then the bears chased her away.
Oh dear, everything's too hot, too cold, too hard, too soft.
Hey you ate my porridge.
You slept in my bed.
Mama, that's my chair and she broke it.
Now that would have been classic. Exit pursued by a bear.
No, stop! You're thinking of that other story. That one with the blonde-haired girl that destroyed that house with the bears.
Oh, right. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but you gotta admit, the stories are eerily similar.
True, but she didn't come into our house and destroy it like that one blonde-haired girl did. No, she took a little bit of a fixer-upper and turned it into a modern-day showpiece.
Today, on this old cottage, we document the restoration of the 14th century German cottage. Snow White, can you tell us what kind of problems you found when you moved into the place?
It's a wreck. The roof is leaking something awful. We're going to have to replace it completely. The plumbing is nowhere near code, so we're going to have to strip that out and start all over again. Besides that, loads of cosmetic issues, like the outdated flooring, rotten paint on the walls, and very unflattering decor. But don't you worry, we'll have it fixed up in no time.
We know you will. And what kind of improvements do you have in mind on top of all that?
We have to restore these countertops. I was thinking marble, maybe granite. Then we'll update the lighting to something more timely and classic. And if we have time, we'll tackle the landscaping too.
Okay, Snow White, we'll let you get back to sprucing up the place. In the meantime, back to you, Heidi.
Thank you. Now it seems we're getting a little bit off track here. So you're telling me how you all met the princess. Which one of you can tell me about that?
Well, Heidi, it went a little something like this. Snow White had been there for seemed like days, tidying, cleaning, cleaning, and tidying. It was only a few hours, of course, but who's counting? When in walks the shortest pair of legs she had ever laid eyes on. It was a dwarf, of course, and one of the most mysterious dwarves you'll ever meet.
It was her. It was her.
Yeah, it was me. And what's it to ya? It could be so conspicuous. You might blow my cover. Seeing that
as she had just broken into the joy, Snow White did what came naturally. She hid. I had the feeling I was being watched, so I cased the joint a bit. Just as I was about to give up my search, she came out of hiding. Hello!
Whoa, where'd you come from?
I was hiding under the table.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I asked you first.
But I'm your guest.
But I live here.
But I'm your princess.
Princess, guest, it doesn't matter who you are. I don't give my name out to anyone, especially not to strangers. Now you go first.
No, you go first.
I insist.
Besides, it's the courteous thing to do.
In other words, we were getting nowhere. That's when there was a knock at the door. Startled by the unexpected interruption of my interrogation, I turned and intervened.
Who's there?
Annie. I recognized the voice at once. Sensing that someone at the door was attempting to crack a joke, I played along.
Anywho.
Anyone at home? But I recognized the voice at once. I recognized the voice at once.
State your business.
What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator! I knew it was a joke, but I was all business.
Alright, what's the password?
1, 2, 3, 4. It was the easiest password in the book. In fact, it was too easy. It was so easy, I thought no one would actually used it.
Alright, come on in.
But it wasn't just Bob at the door. It was all of us. We all came in.
And that's when we all finally met the princess.
Hi, guys. And what was your reaction to meeting her, after she broke into your house and made herself at home?
I thought it was awesome.
Like a dream come true.
I thought it was a bit of a joke, personally.
It was like fate or destiny. It was kismet, you might say.
I thought it was still a little suspicious if you ask me.
Nah, it weren't more than just a young gal looking for a place to stay is all it was. And what about you? It was all those things.
Yes, that's exactly how it was in my opinion.
Interesting. So, what happened next?
Well, what we're getting to know of Princess, that her evil stepmother was back at her castle.
The evil queen, all along, had believed the huntsman's story to be true, until she had beckoned her magic mirror.
Come hither, mirror.
And whence it came to her, it was then that she realized the huntsman hadn't been entirely truthful with her. Thus whence the encounter. Thus whence the encounter.
What say, mirror?
What say you, queen?
What was that?
What say you, my queen?
Tell me I'm beautiful, mirror.
You are fair, my queen.
But that was not enough to quell the queen's vanity. So she quickly recited,
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
As it was when you last asked me, and as it shall be until my untimely end, the Princess Snow White is undoubtedly and unquestionably the fairest of them all, my queen.
And from that moment on, the evil queen vowed to end Snow White's life. And she knew that if this most evil deed would be done, it would have to be done by her own evil hands.
And what was her plan? Easy. She just get her poisoned apple, of course. Poisoned apple? And how does one make a poisoned apple?
Really quite simple recipe, especially in the hands of a capable chef.
Good evening, my pretties, and welcome to Wicked Stepmother's Kitchen. Today we will be stirring up the handiest little gem for knocking off your arch enemies. It's an entree I like to call the apple of my die. recipe, we start with our everyday run-of-the-mill apple. And when we're done with it, it'll be the most deadly fruit you'd ever know. The most deadly fruit you'd ever know. So, prepare. But before we begin, let me welcome my slovenly assistant, Igor. Thank you for joining us today, Igor.
As if I had a choice.
Now, first, we need our main ingredients. Igor, do you have the apple?
Apple, red apple.
Lovely. And did you bring the poison?
Poison, deadly poison.
Now, this is truly the simplest recipe of them all. All it takes is a little inspiration, ingenuity, and the tiniest dash of revenge. And you have for yourself the deadliest apple you'd ever see. Now, as I said, you must start with your everyday run-of-the-mill apple. But there's a tiny skosh of prep work that needs to be done beforehand. And here's the secret to the magic. You see, the apple we will be using for this recipe must be completely dehydrated beforehand. After all, if we want our little apple to be able to soak up every last ounce of liquid death, it first has to be completely void of all moisture. For this step, please help me welcome the Big Bad Wolf. Thank you for joining us today, Wolfie.
My pleasure, wickedness.
Now, as I said, our apple must be completely dehydrated. Wolfie, do your thing.
I'm gonna puff.
Are you sure that this is dehydrated enough? Do it again.
I'm gonna puff.
Good enough. And just like that, we have the least juiciest apple you ever imagined. Thank you, Wolfie. Now, to make this recipe work, we must have the proper tools. Igor,
Cauldron, swirl, mix,
as well as the proper ingredients.
apple, red apple. Poison, deadly poison.
Thank you, Igor. Now, all it takes is a tiny bit of poison. Bottoms up. A dash of salt. And mix gently. And now we wait for 6 short hours while our thirsty little apple does its magic. Voila! A poisoned apple that's certain to knock him dead at your next gathering. Care for a taste, Igor?
Very potent.
Join us next time when we uncover the lost art of freshly baked gingerbread and the enticing effects it has on poor innocent children who are lost in the woods. Until next time, I'm Evil Stepmother.
And I'm Igor.
Saying, good food means good riddance. Goodbye until next time on Wicked Stepmother's Kitchen.
Ooh, juicy. I love it. Ooh, juicy. I love it. And
think you mean to say is the plot thickens.
Whatever. Stay tuned. When we come back, the evil queen pays Snow White a visit with her poisoned apple.
Will she eat it?
Or will she give the queen the karate chop smash she deserves?
I'm sure I know what everyone is wondering, is how will Snow White ever survive and live happily ever after?
Will she ride off into the sunset?
Or will the fates align against her?
Will her story be believable?
Or better yet, hysterical?
More to come when we come back.
Someone ate my porridge. Someone ate my porridge.
Someone ate my porridge and it's all gone.
Someone sat in my chair. Someone sat in my chair.
Someone sat in my chair and broke it to pieces.
Our home is broken into. Our privacy and peace are threatened.
The girl even slept in our beds.
But thanks to Granny, Midas, and Hood, our home and our peace of mind have been restored.
If you've been victimized, injured on the job, or otherwise wronged by the cruel acts of others, I'm Little Red Riding Hood of the law firm, Granny, Mice, and Hood, and we're on your side.
I'm Granny, and we're here to get you that compensation you need for your unhappily ever after.
While princessing in the kingdom, I pricked my finger on the job and fell into 100-year slumber. Thankfully, the law firm of Granny, Midas, and Hood gave me the compensation I need for the lost time on the job. When my sister and I were kidnapped and nearly eaten by an awful woman, Granny, Midas, and Hood were there to save the day. They got us a settlement so big we were able to buy a gingerbread house of our very own. We were also able to start our own company. We are so thankful for the expertise and empathy Granny, Midas, and Hood offered us in our time of need.
I got tired of everyone calling me ugly duckling, so I went to Granny, Mice, and Hood for help. They filed a defamation and libel suit on my behalf for anyone who slanders my name and pay the price for the wrongdoing.
And ugly here's no more. Trust this, Granny. I've been around and I've seen a few things. I too have endeavored a home invasion. So you won't find a more dedicated law firm working for you.
If you've been wronged, Granny, Mice, and Hood would like to talk to you.
Granny, Midas, and Hood will get you your cash whether you deserve it or not.
No guarantee of settlements or reliable verdicts, but that's what the sporty cats have to say.
Of our tale. And for those of you who are just tuning in, the evil queen has just made a poisoned apple.
Yeah, Now she needed disguise, otherwise Snow White would have recognized her immediately. And since she was selling fruit, what better disguise than of the famous Carmen Miranda?
Alas, no. Her masquerade was much more convincing and classic.
This is the mask she will worn.
No, her mask would have been more romantic for sure.
Help me make the music of the night.
Beautiful, beautiful, just beautiful. That's ridiculous. You can't be serious.
Seriously, anyone would have seen right through any of those costumes. What the evil queen needed was something simple and unflattering. Something that wouldn't draw attention. Something sympathetic and weak. She disguised herself as a feeble, old merchant woman. And then the evil queen knocked on the door.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Owls.
Owls who?
You can say that again.
But wait, there's more.
Very funny. Now seriously, who's there?
Ivana.
Ivana who?
Ivana, come in. Open the door already.
You're not really Ivana, are you? Seriously, who's out there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you gonna let me in?
But this weren't no laughing matter. That's when the old crone strolled in like she owned the place.
I'm looking for the person in charge.
And seeing as we dwarves were out working in the mines,
Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go.
anyways, we had left Snow White to look after the place.
I'm in charge here. What's it to you?
Let's just say I got a score to settle.
Now that made Snow White just a mite bit nervous.
Look, we don't want no trouble here. Just tell me what score you reckon to settle.
An apple score.
An apple's core?
Nah, an apple score.
What I said, ain't it?
Nah, it ain't. See, I got these here apples for sale. Best darn apples this side of the Mississippi. Best apple any soul ever did see. You follow?
I foller.
But ain't no one ever taken a liking to the apples I have to sell.
They ain't? Well, that's a darn shame. I ain't had an apple I ain't had a liking to. And it seems downright hard to believe that someone would turn down a good apple.
Sit in the hand, ma'am. Beg your pardon. But I aim to show them the error of their ways, so to speak. I have with me the finest, most succulentest apple there ever was. Just one taste and you'll agree.
Well, if it's apple tasting you want, it's apple tasting you'll get. Lay it on me, sister. Do your worst.
So the queen took 10 paces. Turned and stared at the prince of down.
proved herself to be just as quick on the jaw as that there evil queen right there. She took a bite of that apple quicker than you could say, oh, Susanna.
Oh, man.
Told you so.
So what happened next? That was poisoned, remember?
Oh, right.
So then what happened?
Only the most awfulest, tragicest, most... thing that could ever possibly imagine. Snow White, our friend, our hero, fairest of them all, died.
She died? As if she was actually dead?
Darn.
Yes, she was really certainly dead. When we return, I offer you not to imagine her as merely dead, but as
Tragically.
Dramatically.
physically.
No joking.
Mysteriously. Darn giggly.
Really, most certainly dead.
Oh my, I never realized what a tearjerker story was before.
It is. It's just dreadful. But you must remember, the story's not over yet. There's still hope.
There is? How can there be hope at a time like this?
Oh, there's hope. There's always hope. Just wait. You'll see.
Well, okay. When we come back, well, I guess there's always hope. Here's to hoping for the best. When we come back.
Hi there, I'm Wilbur.
I'm May.
And I'm Piglet.
We are Three Little Pigs Construction. We are three pigs who know a lot about construction.
Are you looking for a stick-built home or office building?
Are you on a tight budget and looking for something more affordable? Straw, perhaps?
Are you in Wilkesville needing extra protection? Brick and mortar construction offers?
They call Three Little Pigs Construction.
We have experience in all three building materials.
We can have a straw hut built for you in a matter of hours.
Our one-day guarantee will have you in your home the same day we start.
Can't guarantee that I'll be there one day after, but don't fret.
We can show you our stick-built plans and see if that's more to your liking.
That takes a little longer. What do you think, Ed? Today?
Yeah, 2 days.
They're good.
But if you want the best we can offer, we will walk you through our model house built by this project.
This house is withstood a wolf blow of hurricane proportions.
Some models come with chimneys.
To give Three Little Pigs Construction a call.
And let us see if we work for you.
Is that right?
Darn giggly.
Are you sure she was, you know...
Without question, we saw it for ourselves. We laid out the whole crime scene and everything. Without question, we saw it for ourselves. We laid out the whole crime scene and everything.
was bitten. We got the call about 20 minutes ago.
Any witnesses?
Not that we found yet.
Thanks, officer. We'll take it from here.
Okay, I'll stand by and consider the scene.
Time of death?
About the 1000th hour.
Cause of death?
Apple.
Apple?
Scratch that. Maybe that poisoned apple.
I see. Victim?
The fairest of them all.
And that is?
The princess.
Her name, please, for the official record.
Oh, of course. Snow White.
Snow White?
Oh, no, it can't be.
It's true.
Oh, my. Perpetrator?
Unknown.
No suspects?
Not yet. We still can't miss in the area for clues.
Well, the evil stepmother is always a good lead, but we have no evidence to connect her to these crimes.
I'll follow up on that lead.
But who done it? Didn't really matter at that very moment. In pranced the handsome prince.
Oh man, that was hilarious!
No, it was romantic.
Are you kidding me now? The prince is a total goofball.
Let them judge for themselves, I guess.
Good day, peasants. I've come to rescue the princess in distress.
Well, you're too late, I'm afraid.
Too late. That's impossible. I always arrive just in time to save the day and conveniently make everything happily ever after.
See? Goofball.
Still handsome and heroic. But the dwarves were right. The princess was lost. Sorry, Princey, but the princess is beyond saving. You're just too late. But the handsome and charming prince would not give up hope so easily. He tried every romantic, heroic thing he could think of.
Nonsense. She's just sleeping. Perhaps a true love's kiss will awaken her.
Told you so. But still,
Alright. Perhaps a glass slipper which I found glued to the palace floor will awaken her. Perfect face.
the prince became distraught. Nothing he would do would revive the fallen princess. But still, he never gave up hope.
I know.
What?
I know how to save her.
How?
The pea. The pea, of course. The princess must be sleeping upon the pea. Here, help me find it. Aha! Here it is.
Pete, I'm not so sure that's what it was.
Yeah, that's just a bit of ball of fluff, like
Probably just a dust bunny. Yes, it could be that too.
Where did this come from?
From underneath your mattress, my lady.
That's not what I meant. I mean, now that I think of it, I know exactly where it came from.
Who cares where it came from? Bottom line is that I, under all odds, have saved you from a cruel death.
And so, the handsome and charming prince got down on one knee,
Thus it seems our life stories have brought us together.
pulled out his grandmother's engagement ring,
Bringing us together as husband and wife.
and proposed.
Please, will you marry me?
And they lived happily ever after.
Whoa. Excuse me?
And they lived happily ever after.
No. Sorry, that's not the end of our story.
Wait, you mean to tell me that's not how it all ends?
No.
But you're the romantic dwarf.
Yeah, so?
And you mean to tell me she didn't say yes?
Yeah. Why would she marry some random prince that she'd never met before? That's not romantic. That's creepy. Yeah. No, how is that romantic? They barely know one another.
You mean to tell me she didn't marry the prince?
No.
But what about true love? What about a happy ending? What about the wedding?
Oh, we'll get to that. This story has true love, a happy ending, and a wedding. Otherwise, why would I even care?
And what about the evil queen? And the kingdom that Snow White left behind?
Oh, she'll take care of that part too. Oh man, does she ever take care of that evil queen. It's pretty awesome, I think.
Well, what?
Shall we?
Shall we what?
Till the ending, just like it really happened.
As it shall be remembered for all eternity.
The ending of Snow White's story, the one that no one's ever heard before. Full of twists, full of secrets, full of mystery. The way it really happened.
Yes, we should. We shall. We must. All the greatest poets seek truth through beauty. Isn't that what this story is all about? Of the fairest of them all?
Yeah, sure. But all joking aside, we've got to tell it like it is. Who are we trying to fool anyway? I say we tell the ending just like it really happened. It's a pretty awesome ending, right?
Yeah, and mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and romantic.
Yeah? Yeah, and hilarious too. And awesome. So shall we get to the awesome ending the way it really happened?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah!
Okay, so here it goes. Take it away, Weepy.
And so, as I was saying, the handsome and charming prince got down on one knee, pulled out his grandmother's engagement ring, and proposed.
Please, will you marry me?
Excuse me?
Oh, come on. Let's get on with it. All this kneeling is hurting my knees, and I am not used to kneeling.
Put a sock in it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a surprise guest, the Princess Snow White.
It's Her Majesty Queen Snow White now. It's Her Majesty Queen Snow White now.
Oh, right. It's Her Majesty, the Queen, the real Snow White. What's going on here? Who are you? And what's with the getup?
Oh, hi. This? Oh, this is nothing. I'm not a real princess. I just play one on TV. But I love your work.
And what are you guys doing here?
We're telling your story.
Why?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I'll tell you why. Because it's romantic, funny, mysterious, poetic, folksy, and true.
And awesome. Don't forget awesome.
It is. Why, it's the tale of the century. Very well. But that's not what I meant. What I meant was, why are the seven of you telling my story? I should be the one telling it.
Oh, shucks. We was having such a good old time telling it.
Very well. You can help me as long as I have a say.
As you wish, Your Majesty. As you wish. Would someone get this woman a chair? Unless you prefer a throne. Would you like a throne?
Not at all. Any old chair will do.
Wow, she really is the fairest of them all.
Of course she is. She said any old chair.
Thank you. Now what do I do?
Just tell your story, sister. But if you could keep it brief, that'd be great. We're already over time.
Ah, what's the rush? Don't you want the ending to be told properly?
No, we seriously gotta hurry this thing up.
Not a problem, Heidi. We can do this. There's a lot of story left to tell, but if you say we gotta tell it fast, we can tell it fast. Take it away, princess.
Very well. Thank you. Now where were we?
And so, as I was saying, the handsome and charming prince got down on one knee, pulled out his grandmother's engagement ring, and proposed.
Will you marry me?
But I never had any intentions on marrying the prince. After all, I just met him.
So Snow White hightailed it out. Yeah, ew. Gross. Am I right? Am I right?
Ew, no thank you. I mean, thank you for saving me and all, but no, I can't marry you. We just met, and I can't marry someone I just met.
Of course you can. It's a fairy tale.
That's not my happy ending.
It simply wasn't true love.
I'm sorry, but my heart belongs to someone else.
So Snow White hightailed it down.
Later.
Aw, but what about me?
Take a hike! And then I made my way directly to the castle to face the queen.
She couldn't just barge in there with all the queen's guards. She had to go incognito.
So, she foiled the guards and made her way into the castle, only to find out that her evil stepmother had imprisoned the huntsman.
Oh yes, and you used to be put to death that very afternoon.
Did she save him?
Ran time, remember?
Oh, right. Continue.
I knew I had to get in there and save him, so I knocked on the door.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The fair.
The fair? We're not having a fair. Who's there?
The fair.
Seriously, who names their kid the fair? It's ridiculous. I'll ask you once more. Who's there?
The fair.
All right, fine. The fair who?
The fairest of them all.
There they was, just that princess and that there wicked queen.
So you still think you're the fairest of them all, do ya?
That's right, I do.
Then you gotta ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Do ya, princess?
You're darn right I do.
The queen rushed Snow White and they fought. And that's when Snow White totally outsmarted the evil queen.
Look, a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Where?
Yes. Nothing beats the T-Rex.
I was able to release the huntsman, but the queen called for her guards.
Guards! Intruder in the castle!
The guards rushed Snow White and the huntsman, but the two friends held off the attack the best they could. And when it looked as though all hope was lost,
No, stay away from there! Get away from that mirror! It is often written that time stops for no man. But in this chance encounter between a fair princess and an enchanted mirror, time slowed to a near halt. As the reflecting glass brimmed upon its footing, teetering and tottering, the queen with nervous dread swayed with it, to and fro and to, for the magic mirror was a symbol of the queen's great power, and as it hit the cold earth, she knew that her kingdom fell with it.
And that's all it took to defeat the evil queen.
But it wasn't quite over yet.
Don't just stand there! Get them!
But the mirror was broken, you see. The guards had been held captive by the power of the evil queen's mirror. Once the mirror was broken, all the power was gone. My princess, we never wavered when we're powerless. You have our loyalty. We serve you and you alone. You truly are the fairest of them all.
This isn't how it's supposed to end! I'm the fairest! I am the fairest!
Hush, you.
And there was only one thing to do about that.
Take her away. She will live alone and be forgotten in exile.
Oh, you just wait and see! Just wait and see! I'll get you, my Richie! And your little hunting man, too!
You were great.
No, you were really great. How'd you learn to fight like that?
Little huntsman told me.
It was true love. And no one knows what happened to the evil queen, for she was never heard from again.
And the huntsman and Snow White was crowned queen that very next day.
And in a little
poetic justice, the huntsman got the honor of putting the crown upon her head.
She went on to become the most fairest queen you ever done seen.
And the funniest.
And not long after, she and the huntsman were wed. Oh my goodness, how romantic. I just love a good wedding.
And after the wedding, they had the most rockin' party the kingdom had ever seen.
All the time.